Hey everybody, Arco here. Welcome to the sixth round, aka the start of the, I believe, 32 player knockout stage. Instead of the Swiss system, it is now double elimination. And oh boy, these blizzards are not ideal. My first double M opponent is ChrisNChips. I don't believe um, don't believe we have played in 1v1 against each other yet. So we will see how this goes. Instead of a uh, best of, okay, because of that blizzard. Oh man, I'm already more or less forced to block off this path. So I need to make sure he gets this territory at the very end. Yeah, fortunate blizzard there. But instead of a best of 5, it is going to be best of 7. First two games are United States World. Next two games are Simple World Caps. And the next two games after that are Jules Verne World with a Brazil Caps tiebreaker if it gets to that point. Best of 7 or first of 4 games 1 advances along the winner's bracket. And the loser goes down to the loser's bracket. Let's see. I think there is probably fine. And there is okay as well. Gonna need to take that. Yeah. Guess I'm gonna have to clump a bunch of territories in the north here. I guess the other thing to mention is that with each of these 2-game pairings, there is the turn order rule that still has been in the tournament this whole time. So, for example, ChrisNChips is going first here, and in the following game, I'll be the one going first. And those pairings continue for the whole set. Yeah, damn. Not much I can do about this blizzard configuration, and he's picked well. I guess I just have to stack here in the middle and pray. Yeah, damn. Just gotta hope he gets bad dice on my stack here. Oh, he goes up there, actually. Interesting. Ah, he's a fan of the 7v22. He is a fan of the 7v22. I respect it. I think he's even so far. Okay. Okay, so wisely doesn't open that up, so he has a 19 locked at the moment. I need to keep all of this locked. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. Damn, lost 2 troops on that. Gets that though. I kept my 10 there. I needed to, or I moved my 10 back. Increases that split. Well played. I needed to keep my 10 there to prevent him from doing just that. That needed to be there. Oh well, good game to Chris. Yeah, gets a really good roll on that as well. Yeah, in order to do that, I needed to keep my 10 there. I don't know why I did that split fortify back. If I kept it there, then that would have been... He would have had to keep his 19 there, or he'd have to go for territory. But either way, well played to ChrisNChips, and now we'll be going on to game number 2. Alright, game number 2. Here we are. And weirdly enough, with this blizzard here, I think that pick's still fine. So now we can go there. Go there. So I don't have as much of a powerful layout on the right side, but one of the spots is still blocked. So I'm going to want to hopefully take advantage of that. he does go down there. Let's see. All right. Let's see, does he win the 8v9? Nice. Okay, lost the 7v6 blitz, which I believe is 53%. Okay, does connect. There we go, knock him under 15. Okay, does win the 2v1. He can't make it to the +1 though. And similar deal here. Okay, this is technically possible to break everything. Alright, the first 4v2 fails. And that fails as well, so that is the game. Alright, tied it up 1-1. And we even had this set on 3. Yeah, so 1-1 going into the Simple World Caps games. Alright, on to game number 3 now. The turn order rule resets. So anything goes for this one. And let's see, we get potentially at 1 point Australia. Or we get to hold South America potentially. Oh. Alright. I'll take that. And I will take mainland Europe. So he was eagerly looking to take that, so he's probably capping there. Gonna need to make sure I can break his Africa. Yeah, we'll just take one of the Australia territories. And we'll take Russia. Yeah, I think taking there is okay. Then in case he tries to split guard that strong, then I'll just place in the Middle East. Alright, decent roll. And we start with a wild. how much does he guard SA with? Ooh, gets good dice there. Nice. And we won't fully take Australia, just in case he decides to go for the cap hit. Okay, gets good dice on the 6v4 right back. Might try the 17v11 here. Okay, he doesn't. Oh, slider error. Doesn't break NA. $23 on 10. Okay, 15v15. Oh man. Wow. All right. 15v15. I think I played that about as correct as I could do. Not sure what. 'Cause I don't think 23v10 was 100%. But I guess it might have been enough to where I should have gone for it. But I'm only saying this in hindsight because a 15v15 one. Either way, GG's to ChrisNChips on that one. And we'll be going on to game number 4. Alright, here we go. Finally, after like 7 restarts or whatever that just was. Finally, ChrisNChips goes first, so this will be the official game 4 now. May end up having to go on the Middle East to try and prevent the Africa-South America take. I'm just going to do a 9 on 7. Alright, nice. That fails. That's good. Connects all of that. I got to add all in here to prevent that. Goes there to break everything. I just follow that back. Left a 2 in there. Eh, not the worst result in the world, because at least that brought that territory down to a 1. Alright, he won the 15 on 15, so let's see the 22 on 15. 26 on 15. Don't have a set to counter if he goes for the breaks instead. So that could potentially be bad. This blitzes the 26 on 15 and wins anyway. Alright. Not entirely sure what the odds were for that, but it had to be like 50-50, give or take. But alright, down 3-1 going into the Jules Verne games now for game number 5 and or 6. Alright, going into game number 4, or number 5, down 3-1. Need to win the remaining 3 here. Coming back, we're starting off as going second. So this will be the make or break game here. Burning me. Yeah, I'll still go up here. And here's a 2 territory spot. I'll separate that up there. Then now we'll head down into that spot. not looking good either way here. I'll pick right away to put the time pressure on him. Okay, nice. Misses the predict, and we have access to his stack. And here comes the 7v22. Okay, so that's 2 3s back there. Left a 2 there. Gets that. Okay, goes even on that. Ah, come on. Damn. That was a crucial roll that needed to win. Very crucial roll. Because I would have knocked him under and broke the bonus. I guess I should have gone around the other way. Okay, he got fairly bad dice right back. Still has a 2, though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go from here. Yeah, because I lost that roll. I lost that roll, and that was it. Going around the other way, I guess, was a bit less greedy, so I could avoid the 2. But losing 2 on the 2, and then him going even on the slow rolls. Not even slow rolls, he blitzed and went even, which is very fortunate for balanced blitz. I have to go from here to try and break. Nope, rolling 1s. That will be the game. And he has the set on 3. Alright, well, that was quite the dice difference in the series. Game 1, Chris definitely picked well and countered me well there, and I had a bit of an error on the turn 1 stack placement there, but all these other games, man, these other 3 games have been in Chris's favor for dice. Oh, I say that, and the game lets him lose a 3v1. Still down after that. Jeez. Win that blitz. Alright. think that'll be it unless he wants to play the last ones. Alright, it is looking like we are going to end it here. So as mentioned before, because we lost this set 4-1, we are now going into the loser bracket for the double elimination portion. So we got to make the long journey again if we want to get anywhere near the top placement here. But alright, that is sometimes how it goes. My capital forgot to defend with the third dice, apparently. But yeah, GG's again to ChrisNChips, and good luck on the next rounds. Um, next week of this, or next round of this tournament, I'm assuming will be sometime next week, depending on the scheduling, of course, with other tournaments still to come. GG's once again to all of our opponents, and until next time, everybody, take care and cheers for stopping by.